Hey YouTube! Today we'll be checking out this wake-up alarm clock by Heimvision. Heimvision sent it over for review, and it's meant to be a budget option to the Philips wake-up alarm clock, priced at $140, or similar wake-up lights and alarms. This one comes in at $40 at the time of the recording, so it's definitely a budget option. I agreed to review it because this wake-up alarm clock has smart functionality. It can be controlled with their app, Google Home, or Alexa. And it will also fit nicely with my next video, or maybe series of videos on smart home tech. So I agreed to review it. Cue the intro. Let's start with the box. You can see this is the A80S model, and the icons indicate it uses LEDs, has a built-in radio, among other things. On the side of the box, it mentions that it works with the Smart Life app, and on the other side, it mentions the specs, and you can find an overview of the features on the back. You can see here what is included: some paper, USB charger, and cable, and of course the wake-up light. The device looks nice, it feels solid, it doesn't feel cheap at all. The bottom has rubber on it so it doesn't slide around. After plugging it in, the clock read midnight, and the Wi-Fi icon began to flash. This means it's not connected to a network via Wi-Fi, and it's letting me know that that's an option. Since I'm a massive nerd, that's what I did first. The Smart Life app was already on my phone, since I'm currently working with other smart devices in my house right now. Spoiler, a video on that is coming soon, as I already mentioned. Once I found the option for it, it was a Wi-Fi lighting device, go figure. I confirmed my Wi-Fi password, and after a bit, it added. Now, on the clock itself are several buttons. 2 for alarms, 1 for the light, and 2 to adjust the brightness. You got a snooze button, the button to turn on the radio, as well as buttons to adjust the volume and the station, as well as a button to turn on and configure the sleep aid, and then the settings button, where you can set the time. The manual does show you how to use the buttons on the clock and how to set everything up. And once everything is set up, these buttons are great to use and to have. However, setting up the clock with these buttons takes a bit of patience. The manual will explain it, but I just use the app to do most of it. So let's go through some of the buttons. These first 2 buttons are for alarms. You get the option to wake up to the FM radio or sounds, including bird, ocean, stream, beep, wind chimes, soft, whatever that is, or piano. This button is for the light. Here you can turn it on or off, change its brightness, and turn on the optional colored light. It cycles through the colors and was pretty bright. This button will set the FM radio. The first time you use it, it will cycle through the whole FM band and program anything it finds. You really don't seem to have a choice. It found 31 stations in my area, and it created 31 presets. It would be nice to have a say in this, like get rid of all the country stations, but I didn't seem to have that option. Holding the volume buttons will change the preset station, and just pushing the volume button changes the volume. This button is for the sleep aid. There are settings for what sounds it'll play, how long they will play, and what the light will do, and so on. The sounds are pretty neat, with the option of river, rain, or forest. Now, most of these sleep aid devices play a super small sample of noise and then just loops them. I seem to always be able to pick up on the loop quickly, and these sorts of noise machines just drive me more bonkers than they help. But these samples weren't that bad. They sounded pretty nice. The speaker isn't anything to write home about, but it works. For the sounds used for the sleep aid and the alarm, it sounds fine. The only time the speaker sounds less than ideal is when you listen to the radio. It's not great, but it's not bad either. The last section worth covering is the settings for the clock. In the app, I discovered you can just check this box to have it use the network time. It was that easy, so do yourself a favor and just download the app and use that. A few things this device has over the other options is the inclusion of a USB port on the back for charging your devices. Integration with Google Home and Alexa is also a welcome option, as well as the ability to control some of the features with your voice, like turning on the alarm, the radio, the light, and so on. Additionally, some of the other wake-up lights didn't seem to have a battery backup. This one does, but I couldn't seem to get it to work. Maybe I was missing something. Most likely putting in the battery wrong, I don't know. The instructions didn't mention the battery at all either, so I just kind of moved on. This video isn't going to cover the effectiveness of this sort of clock, but I did use it for a few days and it totally woke me up. If you're looking for an alarm clock with some smart features, this one is a good option. I wasn't expecting to like this that much, since I don't really get that excited about alarm clocks, but this one's pretty cool, and you get a lot for the price. If you're interested, there's a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for my budget smart home video coming soon.